Namaste, friends, and thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. We have a really lovely traditional Hatha class today with a focus on back bends, strengthening the muscles of the back. So let's get started. Hands come to your heart center, palms together. Inhaling for 6 counts, holding for 3, exhaling for 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 1. Inhale, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more in. Deep breath out. Taking one Om. Inhale. Feeling the mind centering between the eyebrows, feeling the vibration of your Omkara through your skull, feeling your soul centered in your body. Blink open the eyes. Just take a nice round with the head, my friends, and we'll come to laying on our back, rolling down. Taking a very, very gentle Supta Padangashtasana to begin with. Lift up the right leg to the sky. Hands can grab the leg at the calf, at the back of the knee, at the thigh. Whatever's comfortable, just very gentle here. We're not pushing anything, we're just gently encouraging the back of the legs to open up. And we're going to be holding this for about 9 to 10 breaths in total. I'm just gently rolling out the ankle here, whatever feels good. Bend the knee slightly, let it open, but do not release. The tightness is just your body trying to wake up, that tissue, fascia, all of it stretching out. So sit with the discomfort, but it shouldn't feel too extreme. This is just a very gentle, very passive stretch, my friends. Keeping that deep, deep breathing going. We're not constricting the throat yet here, so if Ujjayi breathing is something that's in your practice, it's not something that we're doing now, just soft, supple breathing. Let's hold this for another 2 breaths. Good. Bend the leg at the knee. Pull that right knee across the body so you find yourself in a spinal twist. Leg that's extended bends, and the right hand comes to grab that foot. Left hand pushes into the right knee gently. Same thing on the other side. Palm pushes the left foot to the buttocks. So you have this beautiful oppositional stretch happening here. We breathe. Allow the body to settle into the posture, not forcing it, but if you act as an observer, you will find that the body naturally starts to settle into the pose. Discomfort starts to seep away, but you have to be a calm, stable observer, not panic as the body slides into asana. One more breath, and on your inhale, release the pose. Coming back to center, sliding the leg down. We repeat on the other side with the left leg. So left leg extends and comes up. Gentle, gentle grip on that leg. Again, either thigh, knee. Mine is around the calf. Bottom leg presses into the ground. Gently, not harshly. Again, taking those circles if that's something you like, something that feels good. And just start to feel a really lovely opening through the back of the leg. You should be able to feel it. It should feel like something. It shouldn't feel painful. As I'm breathing, I'm thinking about pulling that breath all the way down to my lower abdomen, the base of my body. And this is something that's going to come in handy when we start working through the backbends of this class. Good friends, one more breath here. And bend the leg at the knee. And again, we drop this knee over to the right side. Feeling a nice spinal twist. Left arm comes to grab the outstretched foot as we bend at the knee. So I have right arm positioned over the left knee. My right foot is in my left palm. And I'm just letting my body settle into this twist. Nothing too harsh, just wringing out any spots of tightness in the spine. Breathing naturally. Good, one more breath, and on the inhale, we return to center. Good. Coming to lay flat on your back. Extend the legs outwards. Extend the hands above the head. Take a deep breath to inhale. Exhale. Peel the spine upwards, rolling up. Come to extend over the legs. Inhale to come up. Exhale to send the body back down, rippling through the spine. We do this 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the spine up, folding over the legs. Inhale to erect the spine. Exhale to lower. Arms come over the head. Good. Last time. Inhale, exhale. To come up slow and with control. Drop the head. Inhale. And we'll cross the legs and come to all fours. Just taking 3 rounds of an intentional cat-cow, coming onto the fingertips. This is a really good way to activate the wrists for all of the chaturangas that we have coming. Finding a neutral spine. Inhale. Draw the chest forward. Exhale. Spine rounds. Draw the navel into the spine. Inhale. Chest draws forward. Gaze lifts. Exhale. Round the spine. One more. Inhale. Chest forward. Exhale. Round the spine. Good. Coming back onto the palms. Shake out the hips. This is always my favorite part of the warm-up, is doing these little hip circles. So you'll see them in all my classes. Just a quick glute activation. Coming into a neutral spine in all fours. I want you to make sure that you're active through the shoulders. Send the left foot back. Pointing the toes. Pick up the left foot. Strong core connection here as we hold, and we try to keep the leg in neutral. So we're not arching the spine. Everything stays very neutral. We lift. Tap the toes to the ground. Good. Lift. Tap the toes to the ground. That's 7. 6. This is a very controlled action. You can see that my spine is not moving. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we hold. We take it out to the side and back. That's 1. Side, back. That's 2. Side, back. That's 3. Side, back. That's 4. Good. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop it down. And we repeat. Right leg floats up. Again, check your spine, that it's not rounding, not arching. We maintain a neutral spine as we lift up. Tap the toes down. Up. Tap the toes down. 3. Tap the toes down. 4. Tap. 5. Tap. 6. Tap. 7. Tap. 8. Hold to the side. 1. Side. 2. Side. 3. Side. 4. Hold for 8. Feel the connection through your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, my friends, pushing backwards into our downward facing dog, and the back of the legs should feel nice and open from the stretch that that we did laying on our backs. Supta Padangushtasana. Not spending too much time here. Walk your feet forwards to the front of your mat, my friends. Spend a few seconds rolling the weight forwards and backwards, maybe side to side of the feet. Mentally prepare yourself. Tell yourself that you can do difficult things. Good. Coming up with a straight spine. Send the hips forward. Back bend. Exhale. Palms to the ground. Inhale. Step the right foot back. Drop the knee onto the ground. Point the toes. Raise the arms. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step back into a plank. Drop the knees. Lower the body to the ground so the chin, chest, and knees touch. Slide forward. Toes together, Bhujangasana. Holding here for just a few counts. Press through the ground with your palms. Tops of the toes pushing into the ground. This is how we engage the lower back, friends. Good. On the inhale, coming into our plank again, and a downward facing dog on the exhale. Inhale, right foot steps forward again. Drop the knee, point the toes. Raise the gaze to the sky. Drop the palms. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, we repeat on the left. Back bend. Exhale, palms to the ground. Inhale, left foot steps back. Point the toes. Bring the arms to the sky. Gentle back bend. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step back to plank. Hold the breath. Exhale, lower into your Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Palms pressing into the mat. Tops of the feet pushing down. Holding for another 2 counts. This is an active position. You should feel a contraction of the arms, the inner thighs, the core. Good. Exhale, pushing into plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward on the inhale. Dropping the knee, pointing the toes. Stretching upwards, lift the gaze. Exhale, palms to the mat. Right foot joins the left. Inhale, back bend, moving with a bit more pace this time. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, step the right leg back. Drop the knee, point the toes. Raise the gaze. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, stepping back to plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling, Bhujangasana, active. Exhaling, come to plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg steps forward, drop the knee. Raise the gaze, gentle back bend. Exhale, palms to the mat. Left leg steps forward. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, left leg steps back. Drop the knees. Raise the gaze, gentle back bend. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step back to plank on your inhale. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, active Bhujangasana. Exhale, coming back into your plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Drop the knee, point the toes. Raise the arms. Gentle back bend in your Anjaneyasana. Exhale. Right leg joins the left. Last one like this. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, right foot steps back, drop the knee. Take your gentle back bend. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, coming back to a plank. Take an inhale in your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Untuck the toes, gentle back bend. Ashvasanchalasana in some schools. Exhale, back foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhale for the left side. Exhale, palms to mat. Inhale, left foot steps back, drop the knee. Gentle back bend. Exhale, palms to mat. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, back to plank. Take an inhale in your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot comes forward, drop the knee. Gentle back bend. Good. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Changing it up now. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, palms to mat. Inhale, right foot steps back. No dropping the knee. Hold the breath, step to a plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, Bhujangasana. In this Bhujangasana, palms float off the mat. Keep the toes pressing into the mat, inner thighs squeezing together, chest traveling forward. Good, one more breath. Palms come back to the mat, lower. Now, here's the tricky part. We're going to reverse the Ashtanga Namaskara. So come back to a knees, chest, and chin position. Push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left steps forward. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot steps back. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, weight shifts forward. Knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Palms come up off the mat. Tops of the feet pushing in. Chest drawing forward. Elbows closing in, drawing together, almost like a W. Good, palms to the mat. On the exhale, back into your Ashtanga position. Powering through. Inhale here, reset, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, back leg comes forward, exhale, right leg joins. Good, friends. Inhale, back bend, moving with more speed. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, right. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana, palms off the mat. Hold, hold, hold. Inhale, place. Exhale, push up. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, left leg joins. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Left shoots back. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, Bhujangasana, palms off the mat, feet together. Hold, hold, hold. Palms back down. On your exhale, come up. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward. Right leg joins, one more like this. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, palms to mat. Inhale, right steps back. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana, palms up. Exhale, reverse your Ashtanga. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, left leg. Second half, back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale, Bhujangasana, palms off the mat, feet together. Inhale, exhale, reverse your Ashtanga. Inhale here, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg forward. Good, exhale, right leg steps back. Inhale this time, no back bend. Raise the arms to the sky. Pull from the sides of the body. Gazes upwards. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg steps back. Hold the breath, plank. Either keep the Ashtanga Namaskara or shift forward, full Chaturanga. Drop to the ground. Bhujangasana, palms off the mat. Here, exhale, either reverse the Ashtanga like we were doing or reverse the Chaturanga here. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, left joint. Inhale, stretch to the sky. No back bend. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, left leg steps back. Right leg joins. Exhale, Chaturanga. Pause here. Drop to the mat. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Palms up. Exhale, reverse the Chaturanga. Good. Inhale, exhale. Downward facing dog. Left leg steps forward. Inhale. Exhale, right joins. Inhale. No back bend. Stretch to the sky. Exhale, palms to mat. Inhale, right leg steps back. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Drop to the ground. Inhale, Bhujangasana, palms elevated. Good. Inhale, exhale. Reverse your flow. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right steps forward. Exhale, left joins. Inhale, arms to the sky, no back bend. Exhale, palms to mat. Inhale, left back. Hold the breath, right joins. Exhale, Chaturanga. Drop to the belly. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Elevate the palms. Good. Inhale, exhale. Reverse the flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg steps forward. Exhale, right leg joins. Our last time, friends. Inhale, stretch the palms to the sky. Exhale, palms to the mat. Inhale, right leg back. Hold the breath. Plank. Shift forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Drop to the belly. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Palms lift up. We're holding this one for a few moments. Breathe normally. Tops of the feet pressing into the mat. Chest draws forward. Back is contracted. Hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms return to the mat. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, reverse. Good. Inhale, exhale. Downward dog. Inhale. Right leg steps forward. Exhale, left leg joins. Last side. Inhale. Palms stretch upwards. Feet push downwards. Exhale. Palms to the mat. Inhale. Left leg steps back. Hold the breath, plank. Shift forward. Chaturanga. Drop to the belly. Holding our Bhujangasana again. Palms elevated. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Inhale, exhale to prepare. Reverse. Downward facing dog. Exhale here. Spending 3 breaths in your downward dog. Deep breaths. Come back to the breath. Come back to feeling the breath traveling from the mouth, nose, down to the base of the body. Good, my friends. Either walk through or jump through to a seated position. We're taking a Navasana flow here to kind of warm up, activate the core, counteract some of the back bending that we did. So we'll be taking Navasana into Malasana, into your Bakasana. If Bakasana is not in your practice, you still hold the position. Try playing with the balance. I promise you it'll happen much faster than you think it will. All right, my friends. Coming to the middle of your mat, so you have some room here. Drop back into either bent knees Navasana or straight. Holding for 10, 9, 8, drishti is at the toes, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll forward, Malasana. Elbows gently pushing the knees apart. Keeping the arms in Namaskara from our Malasana. Push up to standing, 1. Drop back down to Malasana. Push up to standing, 2. Drop back down to Malasana. Up, 3. Drop back down to Malasana. And 4. Back down to Malasana. Palms come to the ground. Raise the hips. Prepare for Bakasana. Bend at the arms. Shift forward, round the spine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Navasana. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Malasana, friends. Find the center. Standing up on the exhale. Inhale, Malasana. Exhale to standing. Inhale, Malasana. 2 more. Exhale to standing. Inhale, Malasana. Exhale to standing. Inhale, Malasana. Palms drop to the ground. Toes point inwards. Prepping for Bakasana. Bend at the elbows. Round through the spine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Navasana. Extend the legs if you haven't tried before. Drop the fingertips if you need to. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Malasana. Inhale. Exhale to stand. Inhale to drop. Exhale to stand. Inhale to drop. Exhale to stand. Inhale to drop. Last one. Exhale to stand. Inhale to drop. Palms come to the mat. Toes turn inwards. Bend at the elbows. Weight shifts forward. Round through the spine. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming to sit in a cross-legged position. We just take a little rest, letting our heart rate come down from all the work that we did. 4 deep breaths, my friends. Eyes blink open. And we come to stand at the top of our mat. The first asana that we practice is Virabhadrasana 1 with the back heel elevated. Standing at the top of your mat. Left foot steps back. Knee over the heel, nice 90-degree angle. Back heel is lifted. Arms come up to the sky, tucking in that pelvis so that we are not in this flexed position. Tucking it in, drop the torso forward. Belly is not on the thigh, but held above. Weight is drawing forward so that right glute is firing up. And we're holding this, friends. Feel the discomfort, feel the stability, feel the effort. Don't give up. You hold. Energy is driving in opposite directions here. The fingers are being pulled forward. That back heel is drawing back. Knee does not collapse in, so keep an eye on that. Keep your knee tracking over the heel. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to standing at the top of your mat. Whew. Good. We repeat on the left side. So right leg steps back. Virabhadrasana 1. Heel is elevated. Pelvis is tucked. Arms to the sky. And we drop the weight forward. Again, knee tracks over the heel, not spinning outwards or inwards. Pelvis is tucked, so the core is active. Navel is drawing into the spine. Breath comes down to the lower belly. Those arms are pulling forward like somebody's dragging you forward. At the same time, the heel is pushing back as if there's a magnet on your heel and it's drawing you to the back of the room. This whole time, breath is natural. Keep micro adjusting to those cues. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to the top of your mat. Whew. Find your center here. Standing on 2 feet. Just observe. Observe the effect of the pose, of that posture. Good, my friends. We repeat, but this time from our Virabhadrasana 1, we kick up the leg into Virabhadrasana 3. Starting on the right side, left leg steps back into our warrior 1 position. Bending the knee, heel is elevated, pelvis is tucked, ribs are in. Arms up, bending over the leg. Now this position should feel familiar, so you can work on refining the position of the body. Maybe you drop slightly lower this time. Maybe you think about squaring the hips even more. Maybe the arms pull even more forward for you. Holding 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the fingertips. From here, power through the back leg. Kick it up. Now, here again, hips are square. Right leg has a micro bend in it. We draw the arms to Namaskara. Back leg is flexed. Power through the heel. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return to your center. Letting the echo of the pose wash over you. As you explore what changed in the body. Good. Take a step back so you have a bit of room on your mat. And we repeat on the left side. Right leg steps back. Left bends. Pelvis is tucked. Hips are square. Arms up. And on the exhale, we shift forward. So again, belly is not resting on the thigh. Again, maybe this time we play with sinking the hips slightly lower, squeezing the inner thighs together, right? So if you're struggling with balance here, thinking about those inner thighs being stitched together is a really helpful cue. Body pulls forward, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, oppositional energy, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the fingertips. Power through the back leg and pick it up. Squaring off the hips, flexing the back foot, micro bend in the left knee so we're not locking it out. Palms come to Namaskara. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Samastitihi. Deep exhales and inhales here, my friends. Moving on, the next asana that we practice is Utkatasana, or chair pose. So you'll know this as the start of the sun salutation B sequence. Feet either together or with a slight space between them. Heels can be slightly separated. Pelvis tucked, core lightly engaged. On the inhale, drop the fingertips. Assume chair position. Now, my preference is for a classical chair position here, where the gaze is taken to the sky. But for a lot of practitioners, this puts a lot of stress on the lower back. If that's you, this is also absolutely fine. This position, you want to make sure that you're not overly arching. So pelvis is still tucked here. The curve that you see is a natural curve from my spine. And palms can come together with the index finger pointing upwards. breathing naturally, normally. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Whew. That's not easy. Returning to the breath. Good friends, we practice Utkatasana again. This time thinking about zipping up from the base of the body through the ribs and then opening the chest. So this is an extremely stable foundation for everything that we build on top. You can see I'm sweating bullets here. All right, friends. Feet come together again. Shoulders are lifted, rolled back, pelvis tucked under, ribs stitched together on the inhale. We drop the fingertips and assume our Utkatasana. Maybe this time you sink down a bit lower. Maybe this time you're conscious of how much the arms are being pulled up to the sky, and you feel the stretch coming up the ribs, as if the ribs are being separated, pulled apart. Maybe this time you're conscious of where the weight lies on the feet. Is it on the heels, the balls? Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the palms to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, jump back to plank, chaturanga, lower to the belly. We practice kind of a variation of Shavasana. So, belly is on the ground, arms interlocked behind the back. On the inhale, you raise the chest and we hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Take an inhale, exhale. Either keep the arms there in this position or bring them over the head. We're just doing this one more time, so give it your all. Inhale, exhale to prepare. Inhale, raise the feet and the arms and the chest. Everything is contracted, feet are active, legs are active, arms are being pulled forward. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down, friends. Coming to sit in Vajrasana. So we practice Ushtrasana now, or camel pose. We're going to do 3 rounds of this. So different arm positions are welcome. Different degrees of back bend is welcome. From a kneeling position, The wider apart the knees are, the easier this is, the less uh, degree of a back bend it places on these lower vertebrae. So play with that. I like my knees just under my hips, if not slightly to a greater depth of opening there. Inhale, exhale to prepare. Again, feeling that you are drawing the breath up from the base of the body. And we take an easy Ustrasana to begin with, just dropping the palms down to the feet. Hips are pushed forward, shoulders are open, glutes are not contracted, so we're not squeezing them, but lightly pressing together. Maybe 2 more breaths. And release, sitting back in Vajrasana. Now, if that itself is already a bit deep, blocks are always an option to bring the floor closer to you. So in the second round, we can play with going a little deeper. And these are just short holds, so nothing to be afraid of here. Good. Inhale to stand. We start to push the hips forward, just like we're doing a back bend. Maybe you stay here again. Maybe you drop a hand. I'm choosing to stay here this time. Total of 5 breaths. Whenever your 5 breaths are done, coming back to Vajrasana. All right, our last round of Ustrasana. If you want to try taking the full back bend, this is absolutely your time to do so. And again, just a short hold. So, good, my friends. Hopefully you come out of that a little bit more gracefully than I did. All right, so now we're coming to what we've been working up to this whole class, which is practicing our Chakrasana. I don't think you need it at this point, because we've done quite a lot of activation of the glutes. But if you are comfortable taking a Chakrasana directly, go ahead. Otherwise, I recommend, friends, if this is something that you're not comfortable with, placing blocks underneath the sacrum. So you're in a supported bridge position. And then playing with the palms behind you and just how much weight you can shift in. Otherwise, my friends who are experienced with this asana, we're going to take 2 rounds. First round, palms come by the ears. Inhale, exhale, hips roll up to the ceiling, pushing up through the hands with all the strength that we built during our chaturangas, maybe walking the feet inwards to whatever degree feels comfortable for you. Push the ground away actively Move the chest forward. No more than 10 breaths here. Play with the gaze. Maybe it's down between the palms, up to the ceiling. Good. Sinking back down onto the mat as you're ready. And draw the feet in. We take this one more time, my friends, either starting from the same position, or if practicing the drop back is in your practice, you can join me there. This is your time to play with the asana. If picking up one leg or one arm is also something that you're working towards, I encourage you to give it a try. Good, friends. Again, no more than 10 breaths there. And draw the knees into the belly. Immediately, friends, we're going to center ourselves into stillness here, coming to the end of our practice. Closing it out with a spinal twist. Right leg bends at the knee. Exhale. Take it over. Right arm is outstretched. Gaze turned towards the right. Just breathe. Wring the spine out from all of the work with the core and the back that we did. Let the breath slow down, coming into a natural rhythm. Good on the inhale. Draw the leg back to center. Exhale. Send it down. Bend the left leg at the knee, and we repeat, taking the left leg over the body. Extend the left arm outwards. Turn the head away from the bent leg. Feel the weight of the arm sinking into the ground as if it weighs a million pounds. And that same feeling through the knee of the bent leg. So you have this beautiful opposition happening. On the inhale, coming back to center and immediately settling into a very, very well-deserved Shavasana. We're going to return to the practice that we started this class with. Breathing in for 6 counts, holding for 6 counts. I know we did 3 in the beginning, but we're going to hold for 6. And exhaling for 6 counts. So I'll guide you through the first 4 rounds, and then the rest is up to you, how many you do. Ready? Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, release, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let go, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Either stay with this if you still feel that the breath has not slowed, has not fallen back into its natural pattern, or just observe in today's Shavasana. You're going to practice being a passive observer to the sensations that arise, whether it's the feeling of sweat, or the feeling of tiredness, heaviness, whatever floats across your mind space, just watch it. And exhale and let it pass. If anxiety about your to-do list floats through your mind, exhale and let it pass. Detach completely, just for a few moments, knowing that you are safe, knowing that you are strong enough, knowing that you are grounded and rooted, stable and steady. Feel the weight of your spine pressing into the floor. Feel the backs of your arms pressing into the floor. Feel your heels, your calves, your glutes pressing into the floor. And you give any anxiety or worry that you have to the earth. Slowly, gently, start coming back to your physical body, feeling all the sensations that you felt at the beginning of this practice in a calm, grounded manner, taking deep, aware, conscious breaths as you start to then bring life back into the fingers and the toes, circle the wrists, circle the ankles, move the head from side to side. Stretch the body, stretch the palms to the wall, the feet to the other wall. And as you're ready, flip onto your side and push yourself up to a seated position, coming to a cross leg position on your mat. Palms come to the heart center, rubbing the palms gently to generate some heat and placing them over the eyes. Namaste.